So, Halo Infinite has been quite the subject of conversation over the last few days, and I would say that one of the major points of that conversation is its biggest flaw. And yes, I'm here to tell you why I'm not worried about that flaw, and it's not because I don't think it is a flaw, but rather because I have complete faith that 343 will solve this issue. So it has been talked about quite a bit that this game has a god-awful progression system. It really does. And the battle pass is done so poorly, and I really can't disagree with that, but I'm not too worried about it. I know that it is a problem that will get fixed, as so long as we respond to it the right way. Don't stop playing the game because the cosmetics that you want are locked behind a paywall or an unholy amount of in-game hours. But don't submit to it either. Don't buy the cosmetics, and don't grind the cosmetics. That is what you can do as an individual, and what I'm doing. That's the best way to communicate to 343 that we don't like what they're doing. Don't give them your money. Let them realize that they have to earn it. They have to make a better progression system, and they have to do the battle pass as a whole. So much better than this. It's just not good enough, and that is what we can do as consumers. The best thing, just don't give them our money. And believe me, I am rooting for 343. I want them to make a profit on this game. I want this game to be a huge success. I love this game already, and I have been rooting for 343 for a long time, and I've been very excited for this game. But the simple fact of the matter is they messed up the progression system and the battle pass system of this game, and it's not the end of the world. It'll get changed. We just have to, as consumers, stand our ground and not purchase what they're offering up, because they put a lot of money into this game. They need that money back. Money will definitely be an incentive for them. Not that they need it necessarily, because 343 is very receptive to feedback, but regardless, as a consumer, that is what you can do. Do not buy the battle pass. Do not buy the premium battle pass. Don't spend money on this game. Not unless you are a fan of the progression system. And if you are, you know what, that's fine. You have every right to think everything that you want negatively or positively about this progression system. But I hope that it doesn't get in your way of enjoying the game, because at the end of the day, and I really appreciate this, the progression system, the battle pass, all of that stuff, it's all cosmetic. There is no way that that stuff affects the gameplay itself. So you can full well know with that information that if you do or don't buy the battle pass, it doesn't matter. You'll still be playing the same game. So don't buy the battle pass. Wait until they earn your money in that respect. Let them make a progression system that you agree with, or can at least get on board with, much more than what they've done right now, even if it's not everything that you personally want. Wait until that happens before you give them any money. That being said, I will still definitely be buying the campaign, because I 100% believe with what I've seen so far. They have earned the money for the campaign, but that's not where they're going to get a lot of their money, because not everyone's going to buy the campaign. A lot of their money is going to come from this free-to-play side of the game via in-game purchases and microtransactions, and I get that. I'm not against them monetizing the cosmetics of this game. I am so glad that they are not monetizing the gameplay. The core gameplay will be what it is. You don't have to pay to win. There is no pay to win in this game, not even slightly, and I would be upset if there were. But at the end of the day, it is only the cosmetics that are locked behind this ridiculous progression system that incentivizes people to pay to get what they want, because the progression system is so difficult that you feel like you have to pay for stuff to get what you want. I understand that's kind of what they're going for, because they need to incentivize the monetary purchases. And yes, that's a good idea. In general, they went way too far on the difficulty of these progression systems and made it feel like it's just not worth it to even try. And I'm not a fan of the challenge aspect of the progression system, that's the only way to do it, because by my opinion, having challenges like that, and that being the only way to progress certain things, it just eliminates some of the fun of the game. It forces you to play in certain ways. And I do agree that challenges should exist. I agree with that because I believe that there should be something in a game that incentivizes you to play in it with a different playstyle, experiment, figure out other game modes that you like. And I do love that about challenge systems, but it shouldn't be the only way. It shouldn't force you to play game modes that you know you don't want to play. Maybe it's not that you don't like them, you just don't want to play them that day, but a daily challenge has something to do with them. And next thing you know, you're taking someone's enjoyment out of a game because they're playing it for longer they intended to that day, or they're playing a game mode that they didn't want to, just so that they can get that next challenge done for progression. And I think a lot of people are thinking this way, and I think that's why a lot of people have the consensus that the only challenge progression system is it's just bullcrap. It really messes with the entertainment of the game if you focus on it. And that's why I am choosing not to, because I have complete faith that 343 will address this issue. And until then, I won't give them any money. And if they don't, I never will give them any money in this respect. I will be buying the campaign, and that is it. But they are full well aware, and so are we, that they cannot make a profit on this game, on the campaign alone, which, if nothing else, is a very, very good reason as to why they will listen to what we are asking and they will fix this progression system. Now, don't be fooled into thinking that they will take away any monetary incentive, because that will definitely stay. And again, I don't blame them. They need to make a profit on this game, but they need to make it worth our time and our money to invest in cosmetics like this. Now, don't get me wrong. I do think that the cosmetics definitely look cool. I'm not saying anything about that. I just think that it's too difficult to get them without buying the battle pass, and it's too aggressive on the side of trying to force monetary commitment to cosmetics. It kind of feels like if you don't commit money to the game and you're only a casual player, then for the majority of your time playing this game, you're just going to be stuck with no customization besides prosthetics and basic color changes. But again, I'm not too worried about it. We just stand our ground, and 343 will come to us.
Captured Bravo. Your team scoring. We've captured Charlie. Victory!